I cannot wait. This is my first time here at Florida Atlantic after going to the Final Four last year. Man, has this become something special. Number 23, Florida Atlantic, the Owls at 13-4, taking on the Wichita State Shockers.
Tempo is going to be really important because Florida Atlantic loves to play fast. They love to trap. I'm not so sure Wichita State can play that pace.
Wichita State has a ton of transfers on this team as Paul Mills came in, revamped this roster, and he's still trying to find the lineup that's going to get it done for them. Harlan Beverly in the paint, had that blocked by Golden, and he gets it back. First bucket, Wichita % from 3 for Wichita State. They have not shot like that all season. That one affected by Ballard. And there's Dalen Original. Breakout, Cortez, he's the transfer from Oklahoma getting the start today. Rogers pulling up, and the hot shooting continues for Wichita. Cortez looks at the shot clock, it's at 10. Ballard with the screen, pick and roll with the big guy. Cortez, there's that lob, coach! One of the best teams in the country. Wichita State found something about themselves in that loss.
Well, they're definitely playing with a lot of confidence.
Here's Nick Boyd on the breakout, and the lay-in goes for Brian Greenlee. First.
They really get after you defensively.
Cortez, little in and out. That's rejected by Golden. It stays here with the Shockers. Rogers pump fake 3, count it. After transferring, this is just his 6th game after becoming eligible for this Wichita State team.
You know, as Coach said, when you take over a new team, people tell you things, but you have to go through fire to understand.
Oh, Dalen Original. He found his 3-point shot in that loss against Memphis. He was 4 for 5 in that first half against Memphis from deep.
That's the guy that when I ask Coach, who does he look on the floor and gets inspired by, that's the young man that he talks about.
13-2 as Golden ends the run with the hook shot. Crowd chanting defense to get the Owls into this one. Here's Poto from straight on. Short, but he gets his own miss. Now he attacks the rim. A little up and under and in. Kenny Post sprain. We've been told at about 4 weeks they're going to reevaluate to see where Rosado is in terms of his potential comeback.
Rosado was really big for this team because he could score inside, he could step away from the basket and also rebound.
Everything falling. That's Isaac Abide.
They're attacking strong side, so they're not doing a whole lot of ball reversals right now.
Coach, you talked about tempo as Abide challenged. Carroll wins that battle. Florida Atlantic hasn't really been able to get out and run, but here's Gaffney, and that's what they do best.
That's their game when they're making shots to tell them to stop shooting the ball, especially when it's going in.
Greenlee, pounded by Bell. Bell has good on-ball D. Carroll with some space, and he knocks it in. Trey Carroll is going to be huge.
Driving the basketball, he's very effective with that.
Bell spinning away. Tough shot in the lane. My goodness, Xavier Bell.
And when you're able to do that, you're going to have pretty good offensive production.
Elijah Martin, man, a bad miss, but they need to get him going. He has been in a shooting slump the last few games. Martin with a rim run, and that might get him going. An easy bucket at the rim.
Certainly capable of doing that. He's very explosive with it when he finishes. Martin.
So Wichita State with an early haymaker, but it feels like Florida Atlantic has started to settle in. In the post, Ronnie DeGray, another one of these transfers who just became eligible. He's the transfer.
He can shoot the basketball, and it creates more driving lanes.
Weatherspoon open from the corner. His 3 off the mark. Carroll, the putback, plus the foul.
A lot of athleticism and a lot of quickness.
So Carroll with the 3. Bell looking to inbound, needs some help. And off the inbound, Radu, and he misses the first. All right, let's check out our starting to heat up in the Big 12.
I'm telling you, conference, but again, the spacing right now for Florida Atlantic is important. It gives them a chance to isolate and go one-on-one.
Trey Carroll, original, that sidestep 3 missing. Davis leans into the contact, and the veteran draws the foul. For Jeffrey Anderson. A
Over here. Offensively, they got more into a flow because of it. Now with
Xavier Bell sets the feet. Tipped out by Ballard, but it's Davis coming away with it. Davis now directing traffic. The dump off to the big fella. Davis gets it back and lays it in. We are all tied at 22.
Sometimes for Wichita State, it's hard to keep that same pace going up and down with this team, with this Florida Atlantic team.
There's that lob again, and Ballard throws it down. The connection of Cortez to Ballard has been impressive.
Sometimes when Cortez drives, you can't help off. You got to make him finish because he's really looking for Ballard.
Now the right hand for Golden has been no numbers, but Beverly now deciding to pull it out. Off the shoe, another turnover. And Wichita State getting a little sloppy with the ball. Nice dump off. Boyd puts it in. And Florida Atlantic, their first lead of the ball game. Ballard, they couldn't find him on this.
See, John, they're all around the same size, so defensively they can switch. So you really don't get a lot of good driving lanes because they can plug the gap because they can switch.
That's the third alley-oop dunk. And they reset the shot clock. Ballard shuts down Davis. Now they find the big man inside. Golden at 7-1, and a goaltend called against Ballard.
Yeah. That's a mistake. Has to stay underneath of Ballard and not try to get over top of that ball screen so he doesn't have room to rotate. Ballard
Fouled on the putback and the bucket. What a first half for Quincy. So we're tied once again at 28 apiece, under 6 minutes to play in this first half. Martin through the contact, just flexing on him. And then everybody comes back, especially this day and age, and that's a testament.
In practice to get everybody feeling back comfortable, and they're really playing well together today.
Here's Ballard. Oh, get out the way. Atlantic, this one's been back and forth after the hot start for the Shockers. Ballard with that high screen. And Cortez now switching, launching the three. Nothing but nylon. Bijan. And Florida Atlantic. Tough shooting to start from the outside.
You know, we talked to Dusty earlier, and he just said, we're missing shots we normally make. It's not that they're doing anything different, but Bell does.
Using that screen from Poto. Here comes the double. Original. Now he's starting to look for his offense after that. Rogers rising up over the Poto screen.
Look for some sort of ball screen.
Cortez, he's looked so comfortable running the show for the Shockers tonight. Takes a peek at the shot clock, it's at 4. Little head fake, ooh, gets his man flying. Bijan Cortez, hello.
He doesn't play any faster than what he can operate at, and that's impressive for a point guard.
Wichita State closes out the half on a 14-0 run, Coach.
Watch Cortez right there. He takes his time, pump fakes, get the defense in the air. Nothing but nylon. Look at coaches and talk to coaches. What you want to dissect is, do they have a game plan of how to make things work? He certainly does.
All right, if you're Florida Atlantic, what's the adjustment at the half?
I think you have to start establishing the ball in the paint so you get high percentage shots.
That was tipped in by Vlad Golden, the shooting night. You have some defensive lapses, and then you can get beat by anybody.
Florida Atlantic depends so much on their defense.
Look at that footwork from the big man.
You talk about playing with confidence right now. This Wichita State team is playing with a lot of confidence. Florida Atlantic's going to have to do something, John, to take away the confidence of Wichita State.
Davis with his jumper. John L. Davis. Inside they go, Elijah Martin. Backdoor cut, and Davis lays it in with the left.
That's what you need. Those two guys, they've been together, it seems like, since birth, and they got to play off of each other and right now pick the team up, because they're certainly the emotional leaders of this Florida Atlantic team.
Since birth? Nice scoop shot. Harlan Beverly. Whistle.
He really does. I mean, he's a real talent, and this is where your talent has to step up and pick you up.
And another foul. So Wichita State picking up some cheap ones. They are going to light it up.
And how he plays, that they can get on the ball in a lot of different ways. He's so successful.
Shot clock's down to 5. Rogers leans in, and he gets the whistle on Boyd.
I'm down.
Either way.
Meaner at all. He's handled these guys with, I think, a...
Davis picks up his dribble.
See, what Wichita State is doing is switching, so it's hard when teams switch to be able to get to the basket. So you was John, with guys passing on knowledge.
Martin attacking. Gaffney on the penetration, gets by his man, and it falls in. Jalen Gaffney.
Martin is starting to get involved in this game. It is his spirit that is part of the success of this Florida Atlantic team. He does it defensively, he does it coming up with tough plays, as well as making shots.
Oh, what a backdoor cut by Isaac Obide. With a nice dime from Kenny Poto.
You know, Coach talked about Poto and his ability to pass the basketball, and he puts him in with certain lineups where his passing becomes really a plus for the team.
Golden is doubled, needs some help, and he goes down, finding Martin, and Martin knocks down the 3.
Martin looks like he's starting to get a little...
Martin just holding Rogers, no call there. This is a physical game early on. Poto, as Golden goes down, he thought he took a shot. The Wichita State, don't even go there. He threw his head back, and there wasn't anybody near it. Martin rising up over everybody, and Elijah Martin is now starting to get back into his offensive groove.
And that's what he does. When his jump shot's not going, he can beat you a lot of different ways. But I tell you what, Mr. Rogers is in his heart is 6 feet. I mean, he's that tough.
Carroll, the free throw jumper. Poto now challenging Carroll one-on-one, backing him down. Poto spinning, gets to his left. Look at the English he put on that to go. Kenny Poto.
They're going to have to do something. Twice he's backed them down and he scored over top of the defense. That's got to show him that he's capable of doing that. They're going to have to change up their defense on him.
Davis with that hesitation, plus the foul, and he screams in the face of Rogers as well. 5 points in the first half. And he's got 8 points.
Has not really bothered Rogers or this Wichita team.
Poto spinning away from the D. Kenny Poto continuing to impress with 2 more.
He really has. And if you look at the Wichita post people with Poto and Ballard, they both have dominated the paint right now, doing it different ways.
Weatherspoon looking for some help. He'll find Greenlee from the wing, and he rattles in a 3.
And that's what it's
pulled down by Bell. Going up, Ronnie DeGray will be on ESPN+. It's not just college hoops. You can watch. And he missed them both. The crowd gets a little boost with that one. Gaffney, and a foul called on Poto.
Now they're going with a spread offense. And so they're driving lane.
Alert your team. Is it the point guard who's on the floor? Is it someone on the bench? How do you notify?
Well, it's a combination of all of it. And you hope that you pick it up from the scouting report, but you have sets plays that you can run no matter what they may be in so that you don't slow down the flow. You don't want your team looking at you for a call.
DeGray, he's the Missouri transfer. Ronnie DeGray, Bijan Cortez, two of the transfers who are now playing in their 6th game for Wichita State have given this team a boost. Golden, the drop step on the block, and the lefty hook goes.
That's where he's effective. And if they can get him the ball there, ultimately Wichita State is going to have to come down and double him because he can make that shot.
Backdoor cut by Poto, and he's fouled at the rim. Both teams executing at a high level offensively.
Low post. It really confused the other one because they're so locked into their man offenses.
Spinning in the lane, throws it up. 2 black jerseys can't come away with it. It's Owls' ball. Touch passing, Golden putting it in, and it rolls off the rim. But the off touch the floor.
That's what you're looking for, ball movement. You're at home, you're at the foul line. I think
Rogers using the screen from Ballard, trying to work that pick and roll. It's Cortez cutting, dumping off to the big man, Ballard. He's stuck. Hook shot goes up and in. Ballard has had the answer all night long.
Not had a lot of run-outs or easy shots.
Trey Carroll keeps the possession alive. Martin, catch and shoot. He's starting to feel it. He's starting to get hot.
He's a gamer now. He's a gamer.
Martin. Cortez in a tough spot. Good D by Carroll.
See, now, that's the first, I think, mistake Cortez made. He tried to drive the basketball with no place to go.
That leads to a breakout 3. And Davis going coast to coast, no whistle. And now it's Wichita State on the breakout. They've got a 5-on-3 if they notice the numbers. Ballard running the floor, and he dunks it home with the tip out.
Those are the little plays Martin makes. He makes those tough hustle plays for this Florida Atlantic team. They're spreading the floor right now, trying to get driving lanes.
Martin's calling for it. He wants the rock. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Step back. Oh, back.
Ballard is out. And POTUS is in, so look for Wichita. They're trying to go more spread action and drive the basketball.
Martin splits the D. Oh! He tried to yam it.
Love affair that he has with this team, poise, and they play for each other so well.
Martin just has been effective for the Shockers.
It has because it allowed them to dribble drive.
Rogers rising up, too strong rebound by Nick Boyd. Calling for it is Martin. Rising up, knocking it down.
When he gets it.
What's the key for the Owls to close out this win?
Not turn the ball over, and I think play through either Davis or Martin.
Here's Davis with the blow by, and one.
When you got the ace, play it, man. Play the ace.
And now at the free throw line, converts the 3-point play. Lead is up to 7. Cortez, nothing but nylon.
He is so clever coming off the ball screens. That time they looked like they had the roll cover, so he steps up and knocks down the 3.
Boyd off the bounce, takes the contact, wild shot, it's Golden, and he dives for.
Or Martin coming off of screens and catching the ball in motion.
ESPN and ESPN Deportes. ESPN Plus coverage begins at 6 Eastern to order the Wichita State. They're shooting 40% from the free throw line tonight. Golden, get that out of here. Ballard with the huge block, and the Shockers are still alive. Rogers gets by his man. Bounce pass inside is taken away by Greenlee.
That's a tough pass to try to get a big guy on a bounce pass coming through the lane.
Pull up, Davis, have some.
These two guys are awful special, John. And this is the secret sauce I keep saying for this Florida Atlantic team. They've got to ride these two guys. Their defense, spread the floor, and let these two guys go to work.
Cortez with a crossover. He finds Ballard, and he is pushed in the air and will be fouled. This is a 1-and-1. And how big is that? It's from Florida Atlantic. If you're the Owls, do you run clock or just keep going with your offense?
Run the offense, but get the shot that you want.
This is Davis. 2 defenders on him underneath. Finds the big man, Golden. The runner goes.
You see, Golden was smart that time. He didn't try to go at the basket. He just caught it and shot it.
Bell, he's looking for a quick one. Stripped underneath. Shockers ball. 24 seconds on the shot clock. That's what he does. Golden with the steal. Here comes Florida Atlantic. They go back to the big man. And he's fouled underneath by Bell. So 2 shots for Golden. He makes the first. So do you need a 3 here or just get a quick one?
You need a quick bucket. You like to get a 3 because you're down double.
Bell penetrating in the paint. Rolls off. John L. Davis and Wichita State. Paul Mills is telling his guys no foul, just pressure. Throwing it up! Elijah Martin with the exclamation mark.
He's been the difference in the second half. His energy level, his competitiveness.
A silly reach-in by Green. Gave them a spark. Florida Atlantic got their legs underneath them. Shot clock turned off. Florida Atlantic can just dribble this one out. Coach, what impressed you the most tonight about the Owls?
Defensively, the way they stay. Really impressed with Wichita State. I mean, like I said, Coach Mills was really relaxed. He's got a great disposition. He's going to build this thing. He's got a lot of confidence, and he knows what he's doing.
Rogers rattles in the 3. Wichita State still with a full court press. 5 seconds, 3 seconds. This crowd on their feet as Florida Atlantic escapes with an 86-77 win over Wichita State. Elijah Martin with a game-high 22 points. His partner John L. Davis not far behind with